block that drops in the zombie deck. And then he's going to go Huntmaster of the Fells / Restoration Angel on 4, Thragtusk on 5, and he's going all the way up to Angel of Serenity. Again, he has one of these decks that's got Farseek, Selesnya Charm, and only 2 bonfires for his stuff. Is that?
It looks as though Brian started this game with a mulligan to 4, if I'm looking at this correctly.
Oh, it's not good.
It is not good.
Opening on but his Ice Age Plains is sweet, right?
Yeah, huge fan.
Oh wow! So
Emmett's
Emmett,
Emmett is on 5 cards himself.
and Brian's at 4. So, what an exciting opening to our top 4 match. Brian kept the same amount of cards as he is in number of players left in the tournament. I think that was probably just an attempted commemoration.
So Clarkson with a Grave Crawler and a Diagraph Ghoul getting in. Brian getting his mana kind of set up here. Looks like Emmett's hand is a land and devastating Centaur Healer.
So it looked for a moment like Emmett was so far ahead, but all he's got is these 2x guys and.
All right, Brimstone. So
die.
Emmett,
Die, Centaur, die.
This would be a nice spot for Sign in Blood.
So 4 in.
Yeah.
Or, what biggies does he have? Falconwrath, Aristocrat.
He's got the standard big guys. Yeah, that's another Centaur Healer.
What, does he have Thunder? I don't see Thundermaw.
Oh, he has no Thundermaw in his deck? Okay. Knight of Infamy would be fine here. He's got some draws, but...
Wow, that's got to be painful.
Ballsy.
Would have thought about that for a second. So, would you have sent both of those like that? Let him eat your 2/2?
No, he's way too high. He's way too high to be doing that at this point.
Wow! So Brian Page stuck on 3 lands, right?
Yeah.
Has drawn the only card he can cast for 3 mana, but it happens to be a devastating one in this matchup. I guess Grave Crawler this one's fine.
Yeah,
but the previous one I
was a little too.
I would have sent the Grave Crawler and then replayed it.
Yeah. All right.
That's okay.
Yep, totally fine. He's going to gain deal 2 when his messenger comes back.
So Brian Page is on like virtual 4 life, right? Because of the 9 he gained from the Centaurs.
And there's a Knight of Infamy, also quite excellent here. And now that messenger, if he doesn't have another, that's Farseek. I think actually Emmett is supposed to just alpha next turn, because you don't mind
tossing away the Knight of Infamy.
No, because the Centaur Healer can't block it. You're basically trading you're just shipping the messenger in, more or less. You're allowing him to trade the messenger. Or maybe if you just send the messenger, you just send messenger, and then he can't.
Yeah, I think you attack with only one guy.
The issue here is like now there's the threat of Restoration Angel, so you're actually happy if he's willing to trade, because now you don't have to worry about Centaur Healer Restoration Angel anymore.
Okay.
I think that's enough of incentive where you're willing to give up a little bit of value by letting him trade.
As long as this isn't a Thragtusk, right?
No.
And Huntmaster.
Ugh.
I think this one's going to get out of Emmett's hands. This is one of those games where not having Thundermaw Hellkite is a substantial disadvantage.
Yeah, he does have 4 copies of Brimstone Volley and Sign in Blood, so he does have a little more range than a lot of these decks typically do. But yeah, he's starting to... all this is starting to add up.
I think that his previous attack that cost him the Diagraph Ghoul is putting him in some tough position right now.
Yeah. Yeah, because now. Otherwise, this Gravecrawler would still be around.
Yeah, still be active.
Yeah, I mean that attack's fine. He doesn't at this point. He doesn't have too much of a choice. Ugh.
Was that Kessig Wolf run?
Yes.
This game could be over going the other way very quickly.
Yeah, that Thragtusk was brutal.
And is this like Devil's Play? No.
Thragtusk in.
It's actually almost worse if he doesn't push all of his mana into it. And Brian Page on the verge of coming back from a mulligan to 4. Is that Restoration Angel?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a good target. It's good to target Thragtusk with that ability, because you both get a Centaur and then it comes back and you gain 5. So Brian with a really, really solid play there. I like it.
It's a creative play.
Yeah.
We haven't seen that one before.
Yeah. Restoration Angel, it's good with comes into play triggers. All right.
Ugh.
It's a massacre.
Vomit. But a massacre of one body.
And Brian also still has
Angel of
He
Serenity.
has
in
2
hand.
Angel of Serenity in his hand, so like a land or spell are both insane draws. All right.
Unbelievable comeback. I think that if Emmett had not attacked, losing the Diagraph Gold that earlier turn, he still would not have been able to surpass
No, I
that,
don't think so.
that
But
comeback from Brian Page.
still very impressive. And Emmett's sideboard, he has 4 Tragic Slip, 3 Victim, 4 Pillar of Flame, and 4 Ash Zealot, which is not a sideboard card we have seen very much of.
How many Mountain does he have?
He has 2 Cavern and then 8 Red-Black duels. Oh, sorry, 12 Red-Black duels.
Isn't this a challenging cast in a deck with no Mountain even?
It's not easy. It's certainly not easy. And being able to cast it on the second turn is a little ambitious. I'm interested to see what it's in there for. I mean, do you think it's just for Snapcaster Mage decks?
I haven't the foggiest. That's kind of the proscribed reason that the card was created, right?
Yep. So,
Trivia
time.
What card was Ash Zealot designed to trump?
What standard blue creature, what flash creature from Innistrad is Ash Zealot specifically designed to
be.
target? Give that answer to hashtag it to SCG Premium for your chance to win 6 free months of SCG Premium content. Tons of videos and articles, and it's free for you to answer the question anyway, so you might as well hashtag it SCG Premium. What blue creature is Ash Zealot definitely designed to attack or alleviate in some fashion?
And the only hate speech that should be in this hashtag is hate of that creature.
Yes.
That creature
Which
in
you should,
particular.
because
Hate that very much, but no other hate speech.
It's a stinker. So, like, how are we sideboarding here from?
I don't like any of Emmett's sideboard cards against Naya super much, right? Like, Tragic Slip is a 1-for-1 that can kill a Pilgrim Great. So is Pillar of Flame.
Yeah.
Victim is like, I don't know. From the beatdown perspective, how much do you really like being able to blow up a Restoration Angel or a Thragtusk? It seems to me kind of like shutting the gates after the horses have already left.
Restoration Angel, I specifically like having some answers to Restoration Angel in the deck because
Flies.
It's just it's a 3/4 flash, so it actually lines up well against your creatures, even if it's not blinking anything out.
Oh, it's just Simeon grunting.
Yeah, it's just so. A card that I like in the sideboard of Black-Red Zombies is actually like Thunderbolt, a reasonable amount.
Oh yeah, sure.
A Weatherlight special that got reprinted that steal 3 to a player or 4 to a flyer. So it targets the 2 things that you want to target, which is Restoration Angel and opponents.
Face.
Yeah. So I do like that card. I do like that card quite a bit. But yeah, for the most part, it's just really hard to dilute your deck with all this removal. It seems like he has a sideboard plan that allows him to sort of just board into a ton of removal against other zombies decks. The problem that I have and Sign in Blood plays very well if that's the structure that you want.
It's almost like you're a control removal deck.
I'm very surprised, given that that's the setup that he wants for the creature matchups. I'm very surprised he doesn't have Thundermaw Hellkite, because that card plays insanely well with the trade 1 for 1, trade 1 for 1, kill your guy. I'm at 18, stick a Thundermaw.
And you have one package of damage that's going to carry the whole game.
Exactly.
Well, from Brian's side, I think Pillar of Flame is excellent in this matchup. I would not bring in Rest in Peace. I don't think that's good enough.
Not enough graveyard stuff going on.
I would bring in certainly the 2 copies of Pillar of Flame, and I think Host of Herons is pretty good. Like, the last thing you want is for Emmett to be able to just remove all of your blockers if you're off curve.
Yeah.
And Host of Herons is obviously an awesome racer as well.
Turn 1 tapped Blood Crypt.
That's not the start that you want. Oh, versus optimal start, right? Emmett Clarkson, second turn, Ash Zealot.
Okay, cast it on turn 2, no problem.
If you read old 1995 issues of The Duelist, Emmett has too few sources of red in his deck to be playing that card. So you want 14 for a color on turn 2.
Right.
In theory, he could Cavern for it, but that would be a disaster in his Geralt's Messenger deck, right?
Yeah. All right, so Ash Zealot's going to be attacking. Is there some sort of first strike trick?
Taunting the bejesus out of Brian Page's Centaur, right? It's like, come on, block, I dare ya. No block, right? No block.
I don't know what he's playing around exactly.
So, must be zombies.
Oh, Tragic Slip, I guess.
Yeah, sure, Tragic Slip.
But if he has Tragic Slip, then he's not Tragic Slipping your Pilgrim. I don't know. So.
I presume that's humans, so that he can make red.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right, Restoration Angel. And yeah, this is a tough row to hoe for Emmett.
so he's got superb blockers for this situation. And I think at this point, Brian Page is willing to concede the life of his Centaur Healer to a Tragic Slip.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, so if that's the fight that Emmett Clarkson wants to set up, I think Brian Page is happy to do so. He's already netted additional 6 life. He has the biggest creature on the battlefield, and you know, he's classing it out with Ice Age Basic Forest.
Yeah, I know. He's kept it pretty classy so far. I believe Ash Salad's also a combo with Falcon Wrath Aristocrat, as it is a human being.
But it's not a good enough combo if your opponent's trying to kill your Falcon Wrath Aristocrat with Tragic Slip.
Correct.
Somehow the Banana Peel can take out even a flying, blood-covered vampire haster.
Oh, we comboed out, so we used Brimstone Volley to kill the Centaur Healer, which allowed us to turn on our Morbid and get the Restoration Angel out of there. Ship for 5, a good turn for Emmett.
I don't know how a 3/4 flyer slips on a Banana Peel, though.
It is a flavor disconnect.
She's a little bit up there. And Hell
Ooh,
Rider.
Hell Rider. This is going to put a lot of pressure on us to have Restoration Angel right here.
I was thinking
that's
the
a
same
huge
thing.
hit.
If it's there, oh,
okay,
just
okay.
kidding.
Okay. This is still a huge. This is a ton of damage still.
I think Brian's probably very happy with that
5,
exchange.
8.
You have to respect your ability as opponents to do stuff like that.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
He's
It's like-
stabilizing on 7.
It's like Brian's hand's just a bunch of Restoration Angels and nowhere to really go with it. But he's got a fair amount of life to play with.
He's gone on D. Like that restoration just didn't go anywhere.
Messenger in.
He block for
Yeah.
sure.
Do we have Brimstone Volley? to
Two
finish the
put you
deal?
at 5. Yeah, that would be just lethality, right?
Yeah.
Sign and blood? No. A 2/2. We are out of the zone when that 2/2 is particularly helpful to us. So what do you think? One angel comes over, one stays back?
Yeah, I mean, he's got a. Well, depends what this is.
Cannot.
Borderline Ranger.
Yeah. So
I-
you have all the bodies you need. You send one angel forward.
Can't you send? I mean, you can send. Yeah, if you send 1, then that means the next turn you can send 2 and then 2, so you can kill in 3 turns.
You can't send them both here, can you? I mean, unless you just don't care about the lives of your dorks.
Right. Yeah. And the mana creatures still feel like they matter, though. I mean, this feels like a little early to be making this attack.
Yeah, I don't like this double
He
angel
might
attack.
he might have another Restoration Angel in his hand. We don't know what his last card is.
Oh, fair enough. I mean, I guess he's just dead to Morbid Brimstone Valley no matter what. And he just wants to chop the clock
even worry.
off. That's
he can't
fair.
even worry about that. Yeah. I believe Emmett has just drawn Tragic Slip. The first order of business should just be get. I like starting here. Seems correct to me.
And I mean, that's the block for that attack, right? Oh, he has another Resto Angel. In which case, I would have probably.
All right, so he's going to blink the Borderland Ranger.
Is there no? Oh, he has to tap both of the pilgrims.
And this attack in theory allows him to put lethal in play next turn, because he would have 9 in the air. But since Emmett drew Tragic Slip, now he has another turn. So things got a little bit hairier for Brian.
So Selesnya Charm would do it. Brimstone Volley would do it. Yeah, it looks like he has a lethal Brimstone Volley.
And
Pillar
Pillar,
Flame.
just burn him out.
So.
All right, Brian Page. Very. I mean, his deck seems extremely well set up for this matchup.
Sure. I mean, and then that double attack rather than single attack was obviously correct because he was setting up a single